Hey everybody, Livingston here. Today we're jumping into the Twilight Zone, episode 11, When the Sky Was Opened. Came out back in December the 10th, 1959, long time ago. But can't wait to jump into this one because I have not seen this episode, so let's do it.
There's the middle ground between light and shadow. This is the dimension of imagination, the Twilight Zone.
Boom. Till down. I say it every episode. Alright, we got a covered jet.
An experimental interceptor.
Nice.
Recent history, a crash landing in the Mojave Desert. The ship with the men who flew her disappeared from the radar screen for 24 hours.
Oh no. What happened to him?
Well, hello, Colonel. How are you feeling?
Hey, look who it is. It's Rod Taylor. If you don't know who Rod Taylor is, check out The Time Machine. Came out around the same time as this episode, actually.
Isn't that one of the space pilots, the ones that crashed?
But the shrouds that cover mysteries are not always made out of a tarp, as this man will soon find out on the other side of a hospital door.
Hey, how about a shot of straight orange? Who'd you see? Talk to any of the guys? Well, what about the ship, Clegg?
It's fine. The ship's fine. They put it under wraps.
You don't look so good. You got another one of those.
They're good for you. Make you big and strong. 3 out of 4 doctors recommend a cigarette. Back in 1959.
I want you to ask some questions, all right?
Okay, all right.
When did I leave here?
Yeah, well, don't you know?
I don't know anything anymore.
Jeez, having a nervous breakdown.
At 9:30 yesterday morning, I walked out of here.
Okay.
Who did I walk up with?
Well, nobody was with you.
That's what I mean. You say nobody. What's that say?
It says...
In fact, it says those 2 intrepid voyagers into the unknown returned from the unknown.
It's not what it says. It was way off.
What about the picture? Who's in the picture?
Let's take another look.
Colonel Clegg Forbes and Major William Gart.
Yeah.
That's what you remember, huh? You and me and the X-20 taking off.
Mm-hmm.
And 24 hours later, we end up in a crashed aircraft in the desert. Is that right?
It's a little odd.
That's right.
There were 3 of us in that aircraft. You and me and a colonel named Harrington. I'd known him for 15 years and you'd known him for 5. Harrington and I were just scratched. You were the one with the busted leg.
Okay.
There were 3 beds in this room.
Weird.
I don't know anybody named Harrington. Nobody named Harrington. Nobody else at all.
So who did he see? Figment of his imagination? He's very confused. Is this A Beautiful Mind, where what he sees isn't really there? Bit of a schizophrenic?
Look, I'll give you a breakdown chronologically of everything that happened as of yesterday morning.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna let you have it, fresh punk kid.
Okay, flashback.
Both get out of here and leave me alone. Let me suffer in loneliness all by myself, huh?
Look at that. Now it's 3 guys. The paper is definitely different. What a fun looking bar.
You're Forbes and Harrington, ain't you? Ain't you the guys that was up in space?
Yep.
The drinks are in the house. Now drink up, boys.
Could have poured it better.
I don't even care that you cracked up the ship.
It's very foamy. What just happened?
What's the matter? Happy landings, chaps? Wherever possible.
Okay.
You sick, Ed?
Something's wrong.
Got a very funny feeling.
What kind of feeling?
It's like I didn't belong here.
Weird.
Like I'd disappear.
So, did he actually disappear?
I'm gonna go call my folks in.
You all right, Ed?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Well, something's up. Is he gonna disappear before our eyes?
Operator, the residence of Mr. James Harrington.
Clegg.
Come here. Huh? Please, would you come here quick?
I just called home, called my folks, and she said she didn't have any son named Ed Harrington. He said he didn't have any son at all. What's it all mean?
It's definitely out there.
That none of us should be here. It's as if...
As if what?
This isn't your world.
Maybe we shouldn't have come back from that flight at all.
Why?
Somebody, something, made a mistake and let us get through. We shouldn't have.
Huh. Going a little nuts. Huh. It's changed. Is he gone now? Yeah, he is. No longer in the booth.
You got a beer here, honey.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know.
Where's my buddy's drink?
Who?
Colonel Harrington, the beer he had in place of the one he dropped on the...
It's cleaned up.
I don't know what you mean, Colonel. You came in here alone.
What are you, a wise guy or something?
Jeez. Well, things are starting to add up. Well, somewhat. Still don't know the reason why.
You're crazy! You're crazy!
Seems like he's crazy in this certain situation.
Commanding officer's residence. Well, call me back, will you?
Okay.
Amy. Oh, Amy, honey, I'm so glad to see you.
It's malicious, two-faced, two-timing.
No.
What?
You send me a wire that you're going to meet me at the bus station at 12 o'clock tonight.
Well, he's had a night.
Do you have any idea how many bars I've been to? What's the matter?
Know what to make of it.
I sent you that wire because I was getting discharged from the hospital this morning. It was in the telegram. I wrote down that Ed and I were going to get out this morning. Yeah, look.
Doesn't say that, does it? Oh no. Everything's changed, as if he was just completely erased from existence.
Who's Ed?
Not you, too.
I don't know any Ed. Who's Ed?
Ed Harrington.
No one knows who the hell you're talking about.
We've been to dinner together. We've been to dances together. Ed, we've double dated.
Clegg, what's the matter with you?
Yeah, I would go a little nuts, too. They're doing a really good job making you feel for this guy.
You remember, Ed, we're in your wing at the field, sir. We're with you 19, 20 months, sir. Harrington, sir.
Is he thinking this is a practical joke?
No. This is a gag, isn't it?
What is he gonna do?
Harrington!
Why would he still be at the bar?
Harrington!
Look at that glass, the way it's made. I like that old-fashioned glass. Well, you broke in. You might as well get you something to eat or drink.
Harrington!
Marco. Well, that glass went pretty far. He's still crunching on it. I'm expecting someone just to show up and give an answer.
I don't know what I did then.
That was a heck of a flashback.
All the way down the street like a crazy man.
So who's going to disappear here? Is it going to be him or is it going to be his friend? Or is there another answer to this?
Clegg, I don't know Ed Harrington.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know he's not an illusion. He's been yanked out of here. He's been taken away.
How so? From who? From where?
He told me maybe somebody or something made a mistake. Let us get through when we shouldn't have gotten through. This is weird. It's just plain weird.
I love the mirror shots that they pull off in these shows.
Oh, no! I don't want this to happen! Phil, I don't want it to happen! I don't want it to...
He's gone.
Major, you shouldn't be out of bed. Why, if the doctor could...
Somebody's got to help him.
Who?
Colonel Forbes! Why, he was brought in here with me. Why, he was right over here in this...
Oh, no. Now it's happening for him.
Get into bed. Come ahead, Major.
What's the newspaper say now? Lone spaceman completes journey, lands in desert. You're the last one, dude.
Room 15 down here can take 3 patients, sir. It's empty.
He's just gone now. It's empty. The plane's gone, too.
They used to exist, but don't any longer. At least they are no longer a part of the memory of man. And as to the X-20 supposed to be housed here in this hangar, this too does not exist. Speak softly of them, and only in
the Twilight Zone. Well, that was it. That was episode 11 of The Twilight Zone, and very surprised how they ended that one, because they usually tie it up in a nice bow for you, kind of giving you what happened in that episode and why it was doing the things that it was doing. But in this one, they leave it up to interpretation, to where it's like, were they taken by aliens, and then aliens just decided to wipe all memory? I don't know. Or it could be that they just disappeared from existence because they weren't supposed to come back. That was kind of hinted as well. I'm not sure. But I'd like to think maybe it was aliens. They just decided to take the 3 men in the spacecraft because they just figured, what the hell? Why not? But I do like that they did leave it to interpretation. They didn't give us some sort of answer. And it was probably the first time that they didn't really give us an answer as to why these things were happening. There's always been a reasoning behind it. This time, not so much. It was always something, someone, who knows what it was. That's the line they kept dropping in this one. But, hey, let me know, comment below, what did you think of this episode? And before we go, let's jump into some trivia and see what's cracking. Rod Serling wrote a scene for the crash landing of the spaceship in the original script, but it was determined to be too expensive to film. The script was subsequently modified, and the crash was described by Mr. Serling in the opening narration. If you can do it properly, like, say, Jaws, I think they did that really well without having to show what happened to the USS Indianapolis. You had Shaw there, Robert Shaw, as Quint, talking about what happened in the water during that time and how they were just picked off one by sharks. And it was horrible with the music in the background and the sharks and just kind of describing the entire scene of what was going on was so much more than what it would have been if we got to see it in on the screen. But glad they decided to go with that. Richard Matheson's first credit on The Twilight Zone as the author of the short story on which the episode was loosely based. Rod Serling wrote the character Forbes, was terrified throughout, but Douglas Hayes suggested the sensation of being pulled from existence should be euphoric. I like that choice. That was a good choice. Jim Hutton's TV debut. Nice. We'll tune in next time where I'll be jumping into episode 12. Until then, see you later.